In the dead of night, flames erupt from a quiet suburban home in Richmond Hill, swallowing everything in a roaring inferno. 5 lives hang in the balance as screams pierce the darkness, but what sparked this terrifying blaze on Labor Day morning? Was it a tragic accident or something far more sinister? Smash that subscribe button now and ring the bell. Stay ahead of the curve with Aussie insights on global headlines. Deep in the heart of Richmond Hill, Ontario, just after 3 a.m. on September 1, 2025, chaos descended upon a peaceful neighbourhood near Skywood Drive and Rollinghill Road. York Regional Police received frantic calls about a raging house fire, the kind that turns a family sanctuary into a hellish nightmare in mere minutes. Emergency sirens wailed through the streets as firefighters from Richmond Hill Fire and Emergency Services raced to the scene, battling thick black smoke billowing skyward like a beacon of disaster. The house, a 2-story family home occupied by residents who moments earlier were likely asleep, was fully engulfed when crews arrived. In a heart-pounding rush, 5 individuals, neighbours and possibly family members caught in the crossfire of the blaze, were swiftly evacuated and rushed to nearby hospitals. The injuries weren't specified at first, leaving everyone on edge. Smoke inhalation that could scar lungs for life, burns that tell stories of desperate escapes, or worse. Nearby homes were evacuated too, as the fire threatened to leap like a predator, forcing families into the chilly pre-dawn air in pajamas, clutching whatever they could grab. Firefighters, heroes in turnout gear, poured water relentlessly, but hot spots lingered, demanding vigilant checks to prevent reignition. The air reeked of charred wood and melted plastics, a stark reminder of how fragile safety is in suburbia. As dawn broke, investigators from York Regional Police swarmed the site, combing for clues amid the rubble. Was it faulty wiring in an aging home, a forgotten candle from the night before, or perhaps a deliberate act amid rising tensions in the community? Whispers among locals hinted at recent disputes, but nothing concrete yet. The 5 victims, their conditions guarded, became symbols of vulnerability. Parents, perhaps children, now fighting for recovery in sterile hospital rooms. Richmond Hill, known for its upscale vibe and family-friendly streets, suddenly felt exposed, prompting questions about fire safety protocols. The Ontario Fire Marshal's office got involved early, signalling this wasn't just a routine call. Community members gathered, offering support through impromptu aid stations, but the shock rippled outward. In a surprising turn, one evacuee recounted hearing unusual noises just before the flames. Could it have been a warning sign overlooked? As the sun rose higher, the investigation deepened, uncovering layers to this fiery ordeal that no one saw coming. Here on Aussie Political Update, from around the globe to broader implications, even as Canadian events like this one highlight emergency response systems that could inspire reforms down under. Shifting back to the unfolding drama, hours after the blaze was declared under control around 5 a.m., the full scope of devastation emerged, with the house reduced to a skeletal frame, walls collapsed and roofs caved in. The 5 hospitalized individuals, treated for varying degrees of smoke inhalation and minor burns, began sharing preliminary accounts that added intrigue. One mentioned a strange smell of accelerant, igniting speculation of foul play. York Regional Police, in a press update, confirmed no fatalities but emphasized the victims' conditions were stable, a relief amid the tension. Fire Chief's preliminary report pointed to possible electrical issues, yet forensic teams scoured for evidence, delaying conclusions. This incident echoed past Richmond Hill fires, like the massive 2024 blaze that gutted 3 homes for $12 million in damage, raising alarms about construction standards and aging infrastructure in York Region. Local officials, including Mayor David West, visited the site, pledging support and vowing a thorough probe. In a moment of unexpected community spirit, neighbours launched a GoFundMe, raising funds swiftly for the affected families, turning tragedy into a tale of resilience. But then came the surprise. Dashcam footage from a nearby vehicle captured a shadowy figure fleeing the area pre-fire, prompting police to appeal for witnesses and heightening the mystery. As the day wore on, environmental crews assessed air quality, ensuring no toxic fallout. This event thrust Richmond Hill's fire services into the spotlight, with calls for more smoke detectors and escape plans in homes. Globally, it underscores how such disasters test public safety nets, much like bushfire responses in Australia. The 5 survivors, now out of immediate danger, faced the daunting task of rebuilding lives from ashes. Investigations promised answers soon, but for now, the neighbourhood held its breath, wondering if this was isolated or a sign of deeper issues. For more on international emergencies and their Aussie angles, keep watching Aussie Political Updates. Subscribe today and join the conversation.